What is up, guys? It's Mateo's 2020 politics here, and I actually had to do some right-clicking and inspecting here. But this is a 2016 270 to win map, so I could basically write any of these people in. So I don't know why I'm thinking that, but yeah. So there's 6 candidates here. So the top 6 people in polling is exactly this, except Better Work is here. Julian Castro is not. He's polling at like 2%. But I don't think Better Work is actually going to run. I don't think he wants to. He seems like he's being pressured. Um, so yeah, but he has a deadline by the end of this month, so he has like 2 days to decide. He probably will decide on the 18th, on the 28th. So let's go through this. Joe Biden, kind of establishment. He can get votes from all around the aisle, but kind of thinly spread. Bernie Sanders, true progressive. Elizabeth Warren, more working class, but she'll also get some progressive votes. Kamala Harris, establishment minority. Booker, kind of corporate, but for civil rights type thing. And Julian Castro, he's like for immigration, and he could get some Latino support. Let's start with home state. So California, Kamala Harris. I think it's her home state, so that could definitely help her there. I think it's self-explanatory. Um, Cory Booker, I think it could get New Jersey. I think they really love him. They adore him, so that could go to him. Plus, it has a high black population. Bernie Sanders, he could get Vermont easily. I won't even hesitate. Joe Biden, he could get both of his home states, which is good that he has both, Pennsylvania and Delaware. Pennsylvania is his birth state. Delaware was where he served as senator for about 6 terms, so he has a lot of experience. Warren, I'll come back to that. Julian Castro, I think he could get Texas because with Cory Booker and Kamala Harris splitting the black votes, and with Joe Biden, he won't really get enough Latino votes. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren splitting the progressive vote. He could definitely win there. So right now Harris is ahead, but that could definitely change. Massachusetts, it's very difficult, but I'm going to give that to Joe Biden. Trust me, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are going to make some serious vote splitting in the Northeast, since they're both seen as progressives. Hold on. And also, most polls do show Joe Biden's ahead. So let's go to their states in order of when they're called. So we all know Iowa's the first. Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders, I thought could win there, but now that he's having vote splitting with people like Tulsi Gabbard, who I won't put in here because she'll only get Hawaii. Tulsi Gabbard, Elizabeth Warren, they're gonna split the vote. Biden will come on top. Nobody has appeals like him. New Hampshire's next. I'm gonna give that to Joe Biden. Because look, so Bernie Sanders did win it by a comfortable margin in 2016, but don't forget, Elizabeth Warren lives right over here, and she's gonna damage him. And Joe Biden is ahead in the state, and it's really Warren's and his fault here. Hold on. Never mind. It doesn't really matter. Now next is gonna be, I believe it's Nevada. That's gonna go to. It's hard, but I'm gonna go up to Kamala Harris. I think that her appeals could definitely fit better. Here she could get some Latino support. It's not as strong as her black support, but it could definitely help her. Castro will probably get second. Biden will get third. South Carolina, Kamala Harris. She needs support for her there, which is pretty good. A pretty good sign for her. Now we go to Super Tuesday. I haven't memorized the exact states, but let's just give the Deep South to Kamala Harris, except I'm not too sure about Alabama. Just the most African American states. But Cory Booker, I think, could create some vote splitting to give Joe Biden kind of surrounding areas. See, like these 3 states: Tennessee, Arkansas, and North Carolina. Alabama, I'm going to give to Kamala Harris. I'm pretty sure Cory Booker would have honestly dropped out by now. He doesn't really have much of a chance besides New Jersey. Kentucky, same case. Virginia, similar case, but also because of the Obama voters. Oklahoma, I see it going to Bernie Sanders. With these 2 separated places. These, no. Maine, I think Maine does vote here, and I think that could go to Joe Biden, just helping them in the Northeast. So Kamala Harris is still ahead, but it won't be for long, or maybe not. Colorado does vote, and I actually see that going to Joe Biden because I think that Bernie Sanders will win this general area, but Warren will kind of split it. Well, actually, no, it'll go to Sanders. Arizona, I'm gonna give to Julian Castro because he talks a lot about immigration. That could help Latino voters. In Mexico, you're probably thinking, why not give it to him? Well, because there's not too much of an immigration issue there. Well, and that makes us have to come back to it later. I'm gonna see Warren capturing the Rust Belt, I guess, but nothing really more. I don't think she could expand herself after this. Connecticut, Joe Biden. Rhode Island, Bernie Sanders. Illinois, I'm gonna see it. Whoever it goes to is very narrow, so I'm just not gonna decide now. Indiana, I think Joe Biden because Bernie Sanders and Warren would split the progressive vote. I'm gonna give Florida to Joe Biden because I think he could have more spread out appeals. Whoopsie. Oh my goodness, Mateo. So, Julian Castro gets second. It's going to be very close, though. But I think Julian Castro would have honestly dropped out by now. I don't think he has much of a chance. He really has no chance against any of these people because. West Virginia, Bernie Sanders, but narrowly. You saw him win there last time. Ohio, Kamala Harris, I think she could inspire more voters. Same case with Illinois. Maryland, I think she could actually pick it up. But in New York, I see it going to Joe Biden, and I think the vote splitting would definitely cause him to go on top there. In Mexico, I see it going to, well, I'll see it going to Julian Castro. There is enough of immigration there. So, it's already Joe Biden. He's currently ahead. But then we're going to go to this area, and I see most of it going to Bernie Sanders. He generally won this area before. South Dakota's safer Biden, but these two states are harder because they went to Sanders narrowly. Now let's go to D.C. I see it narrowly going to Cory Booker, but it's really the only other state you could win besides, New Jersey, because I think he's going to be seen as a Washington-type person, kind of elitist. Last and least, I'm going to give both these states to Bernie Sanders. So we have Joe Biden, the winner, with 190 electoral votes, although it's not going to be like that, so I shouldn't even say that. But Joe Biden, he does have a victory, but even in the primaries, it'd be like 10 times larger because there are 10 times more delegates in each state. So instead of 190, it's 1,900 around there. Instead of 84, it's, more like 840. So people like Cory Booker and Julian Castro and Elizabeth Warren might have already dropped out by now because it's only coming down to these final three people. Because these three people weren't even close. When Castro gets his name recognition out, he'll be known more. Warren, she's going to be seen as a fake. Cory Booker, also too businessy. Since there's no apparent winner, I mean, of course there is, but they haven't reached the official mark to win, which would be more like 2,000, and, Biden has reached it. Then whoever's left, it'll become a convention roll call. So thanks for watching this video, and bye.